Hello. Today I thought I'd just do kind of a general update on my tank and just clarify as far as some of the things that have happened with it. As you can see here, it looks like the combination of more frequent filter sock changes as well as the staying on top of water changes and whatnot has greatly improved my hair algae in this tank. I still don't have any. It's been a couple of months since I did that fluconazole treatment, and it's looking much better. Now, unfortunately, I did have one casualty. That torch coral that I had was struggling. I ended up having to remove it from my tank, and as you can see there, it's now gone. Tried moving it, tried doing a couple of other things with it. Ultimately, I took it back to the store, and it ended up dying there, unfortunately. So for whatever reason, that torch coral was just really unhappy with my tank. But unfortunately, sometimes that's the way it is with corals. You end up with these corals that will do well under certain conditions, but certain corals it'll do better under other conditions. But as you can see here, particularly with this big green hammer that has opened up considerably, the zoanthid that has two full-size polyps now, and a third one forming over here on the side, it's doing well. My frog spawn is doing fabulous. Branching hammer is doing great. And even this little guy has opened up a bit more and doing better now. So what we've basically decided to do is that at some point we are going to end up adding another hammer coral, just of a different color. You know, there's some cool ones with like the purple and gold tips, or just the gold colored ones. Just because, you know, the proof's here. I mean, we've got a green hammer that's doing great, a branching hammer that's doing pretty well. So, as I said, probably what we'll do is we'll just get another hammer coral of a different coloration and have it kind of fill out the coral over on the other side, just on this kind of bare spot that I've got over here, and they'll let them grow out. If you take a look at the other videos that I have, you can clearly see how much those branching hammers and frog spawn especially has really just blossomed in the 20 or so months that I have had them. They have really grown out and done well, and they're one of the few remaining things that I have left from my old 36-gallon bow front. These two corals were in that tank, and I transferred them over with the rock when I moved it over, and they've just done really well. So anyways, that's just kind of a general update and kind of an overview and a look of the tank. The fish are doing well. The one casualty I did have, that remaining saltwater molly, it did end up dying. I found it dead in my sump. Not sure really what happened with it. As mentioned, you know, all the other fish are doing great. The corals are doing great. So it was something specifically with that saltwater molly. Just both of them never really did that great in my tank. So I'm going to just go ahead and just, you know, as mentioned in the previous video, it's just complete bust. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep it as is with the fish that I've got for now. You know, at some point I may experiment a little bit later and try some other things. But right now it's in a pretty good spot. The only issues I deal with in terms of fish issues are between my two wrasses. They squabble a bit at feeding time. Can flare up their fins pretty good, especially when I get near the tank for feeding, and kind of chase each other around. But, you know, I've never seen the Melanaris actually, you know, bite or full-on chase it all over the tank or anything like that. Not since it was first in there. So they still, you know, for the most part coexist, like you can see here. They just, you know, kind of will flare up their fins every now and then. It's just, once again, it's a territorial dominance thing. But They're all doing great. Yeah, you can see a little bit of that, fin flaring right there where the leopard wrasse gets a little bit bold. And I have seen it, even though it's the smaller of the two fish. This is an assertive leopard wrasse. I've actually seen it where when the Melanaurus has its back turned, sometimes it'll come charging out at it and flare up at it and saying, "Hey, quit pushing me around." So it definitely, it gives some back. But anyways, just kind of an update for the tank and just the status on it. And that's all I've got, and thanks for watching.